All right. So let's do this. Welcome to the second podcast. And so I hear you have some ideas. Uh, what are your ideas?
Well, some of the crackpot ideas that I just come out with, depending on the games that I've played over the time.
Yeah.
I've recently been playing a lot of Jurassic World Alive, and
Oh,
you know
what?
those type of GPS games like Pokemon Go and stuff like that. There was another
Yeah.
game that I was really inspired by called Orna. And I
Or
thought,
no?
why not I do the same thing, like a MMORPG or something like that, based around GPS. But unlike
Mm-hmm.
all the games that require you to walk around, why not I just give people a joystick so they don't need all these cheap programs to do it?
Oh, that's cool. So
So
you have a joystick when you're in
on
the
Jurassic
GPS?
World Alive, yes, I do. I do use a joystick because I can't play on my phone, so I play from my computer.
Oh. Hmm. Okay.
But I figured it's just one of those things where do a little bit good, see how it goes.
Yeah. Introduce yourself really
I'm
quick.
Panzoo. I'm also known as SchwarzwalderHammerz on Twitch. So
Yeah. So and he's here for our
I
podcast. Yay.
yeah. So most of the time, for if people see me around, I make jokes about how I used to be Ray's mascot for the stream. I was this lovely little wyvern.
Yes, he was a lovely wyvern. It was very nice of you to give your your mascotness for my shop. It was wonderful. And right now, I'm trying to clear the hardest dungeon in the game.
And that's always fun. I don't know. I've been playing Jurassic World Alive a lot more. I would stream
Hmm.
it, but I just don't know if people will get mad at me using this little mechanics I'm using.
Oh, what are you
But I'm
doing?
getting to a point. I'm using GPS joystick, which allows you to move around without doing anything. But all it does allows you to
Oh.
like just walk from your original location without moving.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
GPS
provide any
joystick.
bonuses. It just allows you to walk around without actually walking around.
I see. Oh, so it's like so the Jurassic Park is like a one of those. Those games kind of suck. How they do that.
Sometimes, yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I might make one of these. Not for
Hmm.
the aspect, they make a lot, but for the aspect that I can give them a joystick so players aren't required to go move around. Because you gotta think
Hmm.
about some of the disabled players, people who can't
Yeah,
walk with their own 2 feet. So,
I totally vibe with that.
um, but so far development's been going slow. I've been making it like an 8-bit game, like I planned this whole time. So
Oh,
it's just one
cool.
of those things. My buddy though,
Yes.
I'm not gonna say his name because I'm not sure he wants to be named. He's
Hmm.
working on both a survival and a MMO of his own.
Oh, cool. That sounds pretty awesome. I've also been trying to do MMOs. I really want to make an MMO. I
Yeah, I've
love
noticed.
MMOs.
I showed up for your most of your streams for the game deving, and you've been making some really wonderful progress
Thanks.
compared to most
I
devs that I've seen. They give up on day two. I'm surprised,
wow.
and I'm both glad that you keep going.
It's all I got going for me right now. That and Mobby, which is dark
Yeah.
to say, but
Which modding are you into? Like, which games?
Mobby, not modding.
Mobby.
Yeah,
Modding.
I
Okay.
don't
I was
mod
about to say I
Mobby.
heard it as a mod. Yeah, when I heard modding, I was like, uh-oh, what modding is he into? Because
No, no,
I'm
no,
I'm
no.
deaf in the left ear, so mobby. Okay, that's how I
Yeah,
misheard it.
but hold on. I think I need to turn down.
My volume.
No, your volume's fine. I need to turn down the. Okay, talk for me.
Hello.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I gotta check the.
Yeah, no, I understand how it is because like a lot of people, when I have guests on my own streams, because
y-
I'm a
Ooh,
VTuber nowadays, I
you are.
also have a lot of people show up and around. So whenever I do things like that, it's just like, are they being heard? And then when they're not, I'm like, son of a.
Yeah.
So I definitely know how that struggle is, and I definitely can be worrisome.
Yeah. Right now he won't die. We're trying to kill the abominable rabbit.
Oh no, that darn rabbit. I don't know, some of the bosses in Mobby just doesn't make sense. I get that when they had the big white dragon, like this kind of thing. Like, yeah, it's a terrifying dragon who wants to destroy the world. Yeah, let's get rid of him.
You thought that was bad?
Thought what was bad?
You thought that was a bad aspect of it? Killing the...
No. I thought that was just one of the good effects of it, where like the game had actual meaning. Like, you know, the tens of millions of people are grouping up to kill this one big dragon, the one big bad. But he wasn't like the only big bad, you know?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I tried not to swear, but I was like, okay, I guess he doesn't fucking care. So.
I don't fucking care. I'm sorry.
No, it's no. I had to be cautious.
We didn't swear in the very like first minutes, and I know YouTube is like.
Yeah, if you swear within the first 30 seconds, they're gonna yell at you.
Yeah, they'll be mad. But
sometimes I do. I made a fake account at one point where I was a kid. I would curse in the first 30 seconds. They're like, YouTube's like, stop that. I'm like, you know what? YouTube kept telling me to fucking stop swearing.
Oh my goodness.
I did it just to make them angry, but that was the type of kid I was back then.
I see.
When you mature, you realize back then, like, you were an asshole.
I was kind of an asshole. Okay, so we got, oh my god, another rabbit is here.
Another rabbit, oh no. But,
not enough MP.
But yeah, so far, I'm not even a high level in this Jurassic World game. It's just some what people think. I've been playing for all 3 days and I'm like level 7.
Oh wow.
But I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I do it when I have nothing else to do. But definitely, I would like to get some of your input on the game that I'm working on, as far as some of the classes.
Are you the one
who? What do you?
Are you? Did you do the Python script game? Because someone. No. No,
I haven't worked with any of my programming yet. I'm gonna be making a RPG, like GPS MMO, much like Orna did, but I'm gonna give people a joystick, and they're gonna have classes they can choose from and switch out from at any time. So anyone can play one character, but play like all the classes. Just the only difference is when you switch to another class, that class is level 1.
Yeah. I'm being just a.
Yeah, and I understand. Like, it's just like Mobby. Yeah, I'm taking inspiration from a lot of games. But what I can definitely say about my game is like it's all 8-bit. So like some of the starter classes that I'm releasing, right? One's just gonna straight up be a summoner. He's gonna go by a different name, and it's not even gonna be a necromancer. It's like a summoner. You know, he summons little monsters to help him fight. And then there's gonna be like, you know, the warrior and all that. But it's meant to be played with friends. So even if a summoner is summoning stuff, those summons don't have as nearly as much health as the players.
That would be more fair. I am dead again. This is rough. Oh no.
I can imagine it.
Night side.
I would imagine it would be rough.
Ready?
Just doing rounds.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you know when you're gonna be ready for meds?
Oh, for meds, the nurse is here.
She's here?
Yeah,
So I should just go.
ready for meds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. I still haven't gotten my meds yet, and our party wiped, so.
Yeah, go ahead and get your medicine, because honestly,
Yeah.
the thing I told you about the high solution I found a while ago, that can honestly wait until you're back.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording and then start it back up when
Alright.
when I get back. So give me 1 second, Panzoo. Yeah, I'm not putting that on the podcast.
So then cut it out.
Because I did cut it out. I just did right now.
Good.
Yeah, it's gone. Don't say that. We're talking about
Game stuff.
more positive things
Yeah.
than that. But yeah.
But
So
yeah, back onto the topic of game development. Like I know you've
yeah,
been working on
let's
this
talk.
game.
Thank you.
How far do you think you're far into it?
Like a
Like, are
week or
you
like
like as
2
far
weeks.
as programming?
I'm only like a week or two in. I wouldn't put myself in any longer than that.
I see. Well, later on, I might see if I can get your help with help rigging up and coding my game because I don't know hardly much about code, but I
Oh,
do
really?
make sprites and I do make all this other stuff. But one of
Well,
the
that's pretty cool.
programs that I will say about my game that I've been working on, is
Well,
that
I'm working on, I've been working on it.
yeah. One thing I could say about the things I've been working on is when people think summoner, they think that's the only class that has pets or anything. Like,
You really
No.
like Summoner.
I like
You-
summoners, yeah, but the thing is with my summoners, it's like they have pets, but it's not like your average day pet. So the thing is with my game is you don't need to be a summoner to have them or pets or anything like that. Any player can go out in the world and tame any creature they find on the map, and
That
that can
sounds
make up
pretty
your
cool.
party members.
That sounds pretty cool. Now, they I don't know what I'm gonna say. That sounds fun. It sounds like something I would have in mind as well.
Yeah.
I
And definitely, that's supposed to be like old school 8-bit. So I mean, if you take the same idea, I don't blame you. Like, I've seen a couple games do it. Um, Dark and Light, for example, I used to play that game a lot. You tame literally anything. You can even tame a god if you really wanted to. It
Oh no way.
was weird. But it was just one of those things. Like, it's a cool weird. You'd never expect it.
Mm.
So far as what you have to talk about, I'm curious what you would have to say on this podcast because I know the podcast is about, you talk to different people.
Crackpot
different things about
ideas.
games.
So
Yeah,
I've got
but
this
all ideas.
crackpot idea. Okay, hold on. I'm doing the ones.
You're doing what? Oh, you talking about the game you're streaming?
Yeah, we're trying to kill the abominable snowman.
I see.
But it's
Some
abominable
of the
rabbit.
bosses in Mobby just doesn't make sense to me, and I guess it doesn't need
None
to
of
make
it
sense.
makes
It's
sense,
one of
dude.
those games.
It's totally like, I'm so confused as to why this is the way it is.
But another cool thing, if I don't know how much you want to talk about games, talk about random stuff, but
Mhm.
another cool thing that I thought I would implement, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it yet, is
Okay.
mounts. So you know how I'm adding the joystick feature into this kind of GPS-esque game.
Okay.
Mounts will allow you to travel at the speed of cars or as someone running, but it'll ask you to
Oh,
put
yeah.
your thing in the passenger mode. So that way it doesn't annoy you about it every 3 seconds.
Interesting. That might be
'Cause
kind
I
of
will
cool.
put a warning in there to tell people, hey, don't play this while you're driving. You could cause an accident.
Oh, I died. Well, yeah, don't. Yeah. I guess it would be pretty cool to have it like. Sorry, this thing is kicking our ass.
You can focus on that, dude. I mean, honestly, I'm okay with waiting.
No,
But
I don't want to. I'm focused on you. Your idea is really cool because it's 8-bit, but it's also like in the world 8-bit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
And the
there's
only thing I
a
have to warn players about, say, like, you can teleport to anywhere on the globe, because I'm going to be using Google Maps and stuff like that.
yeah,
So you
Google.
can travel to anywhere on the globe, but there is a warning. If you travel to somewhere outside of your country, you're going to have some internet issues.
Yeah, probably.
So I do expect my game to go into app testing and stuff that I'm going to work on within roughly 2 months. Because it plans to be like one of those work in progress games, you know. Add
Mm-hmm.
stuff as the game is live and see how people like it.
Why can't I move?
So let's change the subject a little bit. What
Yeah.
about your project? What do you plan to add? Is there any
So,
specific plans you
yeah,
plan to do, or
I'm trying to come up with a game that is like WoW, but also like Super Smash Brothers. So I want it to feel like Super Smash Bros. When you play.
so kind of like Terra in a sense, like you know, you're in an
The-
MMO world, but you can hit anything in real time without pressing like a specific button and waiting for it to cast.
yes,
Okay.
yes, similar to Terra.
Now, I know a lot of people don't like Terra
we
because all the
find one in our
controversy and
inventory?
stuff surrounding it, but you know, there's an undeniable comparison. It's something like Black Desert Online as well.
Yeah, I'm learning mechanics at the same time as this is going on. No, 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 no. Anyway,
But yeah. Another thing to keep in mind is
yeah.
if people don't like the joystick, the thing that I'm going to be implementing, they can't. They just don't have to use it. They can walk around in the real world too. The only thing I'll say about that is if your
Mm-hmm.
position moves in the real world, it'll reset you back to where you are in the real world. It won't just be like, oh, you're already here, you know.
Yeah, it would have to reset.
Um,
Oh, come on.
but definitely some of the creatures we'll have in here will be very useful to the player. I can definitely say a starting one that everyone will want to get is the Red Wolf.
Uh-huh.
It is a level 1 legendary that can help you through the game up until you're level 10.
That sounds pretty cool. Now, what is the special thing about it? You know what I mean?
The special thing about the game is that, you know, it's not like every other GPS game where you have to walk in real life. You know, you got that GPS joystick, you got
Mhm.
I think the weird thing that will make it stick out is you can build your own community around the world, saying like you and your friends can choose an area in between where you guys live, and you guys can teleport to that area to build a town, and that town gives all the players within your town special
Mhm.
unique perks.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
it's also not gonna be like, you know, this RPG where you just kill things. It's gonna be like where your pets and everything you tame, you can only have 5 of them, can help you collect resources. And while you're offline, they're out collecting resources for you, like wood, stone, metal, whatever the pet can gather, you'll go and gather.
Yeah. Cool.
Um, Now, like I said, you can pretty much tame virtually anything, skeletons, whatever, but you have to have the method of taming them. So, like, say if you're a necromancer, you can tame skeletons pretty easily, but if you change class to, like, you know, a warrior, your skeleton pet won't be on your warrior character. You'll have to go get all your stuff again. It's like a different character, but it's in a different instance.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to,
Hmm?
the one thing that I wanted to add was like, I don't have any firewood. Anyway, so that's not what I wanted to add.
You don't have any firewood?
Yeah, in this game right now, I'm not able to do. I can't help. I don't know what to do.
And that's a struggle of most games, right? You don't know what you're gonna do until you do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm gonna put into my game, which most games won't do,
Mhm.
is no hand holding. You have to learn the world. You don't just get like a straight up guide to how to do it. You have to learn the world, learn the mechanics. The only guide you'll get is how to fight in the beginning, and that's it. The rest is for the players to learn. Now there is a story, and the story is generated in a quest menu, so you don't have to go to a certain NPC. They go say, "Hey, I turned in your quest." No, it's in a little menu that everyone gets access to. And the quests are generated randomly per day. So you can be like level 3 and get like a level 70 quest. That just urges you to get better. But I don't know. What are some of the features that on your projects? Like, did you have any projects before you planned on this MMO plan of yours, or what was your whole goal?
Oh, I'm starting with the MMO plan naturally because I'm stupid for it. The thing that I was planning was, Smash Brothers, like ragdoll effects. So when you get knocked back, you ragdoll and fly back.
It's a really good effect, and then I imagine you would have quick recovery, or you would have to press a button to get up.
Yeah. Kind of like that. This dungeon is hard. I'm dead.
Yeah, and I mean, the only thing I say about our dungeons in our game, right? You're not required to have a teammate or group, but you'll get more rewards if you're with a group. So that's the thing, right? The game I'm making encourages team play. It encourages people to work together, because most games, they'll provide a way for you to just, you'll be able to play by yourself, but what's the point in it if you're playing a multiplayer game?
Yeah.
Another thing that we plan on doing is legendary crafting. This is something I haven't seen in any other game. The ability to craft legendaries rather than just find them.
See, I'm not 100% sure as to why my... Well, actually, they kind of... Not to shit on you, but it's like kind of like that in Mabby.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe you can craft legendaries, but think of like any other game, like, right?
Yeah.
You can't do it in Diablo 4. You can't do it in, many other games. Like, you can't even do it in Warcraft. You can go and do a quest to craft one, but without that quest, you can't do it.
Is legendary like the best item?
No, that would be exotic. So what my tier system goes from common to uncommon, rare, epic, and then it would have super, legendary, and then it would have mythic, and then you would have exotic, which is at the top.
Okay. So
Exotic,
would you be able to
unlike the other
craft
tiers,
exotic?
Exotic has a exotic effect, and it has 2 legendary effects. And those you want to get throughout raids or world bosses, and they can be any level. Some you can actually find just by killing your default mob, and these default mobs have a rare 0.1% chance to drop one. And most exotics will level with the player.
I like the idea of leveling with the player. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things in the game will. The only things that will not level with you are like commons, uncommons. So if you get like a sprayer or epic or something, it's gonna level with you for a couple of levels until it hits the level max level. So the only weapons that don't have a level cap are legendary, mythic, and exotic. But that just gets back to the point where you don't need to be this super buff character to get a super rare item. That's not the idea. The idea is anyone can do anything, even if they're just a crafter. Crafters can craft legendaries, mythics, and all the stuff. They can even craft exotics, but they need a kind of special item, which you only get from breaking down an exotic.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's pretty cool.
So you have to find one to make another one.
Yeah. So that's interesting. The one thing I'm wondering is how what do they do? Like what what kind
What are
of
some
weapons?
examples?
Yeah.
So, like, say it would go from legendary to mythic. Each one I'm going to mention is going to have a different weapon effect. So, say, like, there's the Sword of Eternal Flame, for
Mm-hmm.
example. That's a legendary. And what this legendary does is it's crafted. There's no other way to get it besides crafting.
Mm-hmm.
The Sword of the Eternal Flame is, it can be counted as a long range and a medium range weapon. Because when you hit someone with it, they get a fire tick to them for only 3 turns. But if you use
Okay.
its special ability, which is the Eternal Flame, you can put someone a burn effect, but you can only use it once through that fight, and it gives them a flame effect until they use a cure, a burn heal, or some item like that.
Oh,
So if they
that's
have no
cool.
burn heals, or if they don't have a burning resistance, that enemy
Mm-hmm.
will keep burning until the fight's over.
And this is like an 8-bit turn-based game?
Yes.
That sounds pretty fun. And it's in a it has geo elements to
And
it?
another thing I've asked to take from Warner, and they said it's okay as long as I put in my own style,
Mm-hmm.
is the arena. And the arena is you fight another player, but instead of it being an actual player, it's an NPC controlling a player's model.
Oh, cool.
That way, you don't need another person online, say in the middle of the night, to fight somebody or get someone around your level.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing it where the what am I talking about? Where you give I was thinking about doing like a real-time strategy on top of the Super Smash Brothers. So like in my idea, you build a township and all that stuff, and then you Super Smash Brothers fight over the township. You think that'd be cool?
I think it would be a good idea for the guild, like, guild leading things. Say if you
Mhm.
create a guild, right, and you made all this town, but your guild in there goes inactive, he comes back for a single day.
Mhm.
And that wouldn't be right, because the thing is, if he comes back for that single day, someone should be able to challenge him from the spot of movement.
I guess so.
But that's just my personal take on it. Like I said, it's your game. You do what you want.
If he doesn't come back, so if he hasn't been on for a day, he can be voted off. Is that what
I
you
wouldn't
said?
say for a day, but I would say for like a month or so. Like if he hasn't been on for a long time, people are starting to leave. Someone can challenge him to the spot of that guild leader if they built up a great big haul and put love and work into it.
Yeah. People are saying I should become a dev for your game. Um.
For
Well,
my
that
game,
yeah. That it was just
I
something they
mean,
said on the
in the
stream.
Twitch chat, I
Yeah.
imagine. Like I said, I'm not gonna force someone to work for me, and if they do, once I start getting paid, I'll definitely pay people to work with me. But it's just one of those things, right? Like I keep people who help me out close, but I'm not gonna like, hey, you need to work on this, right? You just work on it when you have time, or help me learn. I'm not
Mm.
gonna sit there and beg someone for
Oh
it.
no. Yeah, I totally get that. The one of the reasons why I am so like working by myself is because I want to know how all of it works. You know,
Yeah,
so
and
that
that's
I
the thing,
can.
right? While you have learned some things, you could probably teach me some things in another. And I don't know what program I'm gonna use for this GPS game. I'm still doing research. But once I
You
do,
might.
I'm
You
pretty sure
should
you can
do
help me
Unreal.
learn like, all the things we need.
Unreal for sure.
Yeah, Unreal, I don't think is capable of doing a GPS style thing
Totally
because you need
is.
to.
It totally is. All you need is a
But is it
yeah.
capable of 8-bit?
Yeah, it does do 8-bit. You can do 8-bit in Unreal too. And 8-bit in Unreal would look amazing, actually. Because you think of it like,
No,
remember
think about
Minecraft?
not.
Like
Yeah.
high
Another thing I want to
definition?
put into here in this setting. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
Another
it's
thing I
okay.
want to say is like everyone when they think of GPS game, they think of like, oh, everything's the real world. No, it's a
Hmm.
GPS game because it uses Google Maps to generate what maps could look like, and you can walk around in them.
Oh, that would be cool. Maybe I can
That way, you have
convince
that
you.
3D turnaround, and then you can like move around all you want.
Yeah, but then the 8-bit is always like facing your character.
It's always facing your camera. Yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty great.
So when you walk, I don't really do fancy animations. I just need to do special effects. The only thing when you walk, your character just bounces up and down. Same thing with the mouse.
That's pretty cool. That sounds pretty awesome. And then you just rip the Google map out of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm gonna have Google Map put a theme on top of it because you can put a theme inside of GPS maps. And the theme, well, obviously will be fantasy or medieval, depending on the thing. And I will have to go through each parts of the United States. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it for any other country because I'll go insane. But for most of the United States, depending on the state you're in, it'll say you've entered Leicestershire, or you've entered, it's another town with a random name.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
But it just kind of gives the idea of an aspect of this could be a world.
Okay.
Now, according to your tames, you are able to hire henchmen, but unlike to your companions that you can tame, these henchmen require you to be paid. There will be some paid features in the game, but they're purely just for guild content. They're not going to be for anything that helps you get overpowered or stuff like that. No. The game is purely progression based, but to build up like a special, good looking home and stuff for your town, your guild, whatever you want to do, there would be a paid money way to do it, which is you can get a permanent henchman, or you can get a whatever. But there's certain items like this permanent henchman, right? They can do anything. They can go out mine, they can go out chop trees, slay monsters, get hide, whatever. But the restriction is they only get stuff for the guild, not for the player. But either way, and the thing is like when you think fantasy, you think it's all gonna be medieval mobs and stuff. No, I'm gonna add some dinosaur-looking things in there. And it's I think one of the big ones I'm gonna add is Tar, and Tar is like a Tar now. But he's called Tar because one of his horns is broken.
Well, the game sounds pretty cool. I would give it a download, try it out.
And the thing is, I'm not gonna make it just a mobile game. That's it's unfair on PC players. So I'm trying to make it both.
Yeah.
The only difference is I'm gonna make some paid items in here that are gonna help with progression. I'm gonna make it easier, like XP buffs and stuff like that. Things any game would do, but they don't help you get gear. They don't help you do this or that. The game purely is supposed to be free to play. You do what you want. There's going to be some options in there for players who want to support the game and get the game up and going. And I can imagine a lot of kids are going to play this game. So
yeah. What? So you plan to make money? How? By the.
So getting XP in the game is relatively slow. The max starting level is level 30.
Okay. What do you mean by starting level?
So like when the game first releases, it releases in stages. So when the game's able to be played by some amount of people in a beta phase, the max level at that time would be 30. But when the game enters for release, the game would have they would add 70 levels, so the max level will be 100.
Okay.
I plan for the max level to go to at least 300.
Wow.
So you can imagine how useful XP boost will be. Now here's another thing. XP boost, you don't need to buy them either. If you're lucky, you can find a statue on the map and it'll give you an XP boost for an hour.
Oh. It's a pretty cool idea. I like your geocache idea. I think you should look into using Unreal, because I think you can find a way to do it.
Another thing is, it's supposed to be PC, phone compatible. I don't know if I want to make it for Apple. I'm probably gonna have to if I put it on the Google Play Store, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have a bunch of features planned, and I am looking for people to work with me. So it all just depends if people want to or not. But And even if someone has no experience, right, I'll be happy teaching somebody.
Yeah, I've got no
Extra level
experience.
hand is fine.
Yeah, I have no experience.
No experience with coding.
Uh, I just don't have very much experience. I've been doing it for like
What coding languages do you know? Are you still learning
Java
one? Like
and
Java, is that what Unreal Engine uses?
no, Java isn't used. It's C++. I have an entire book on C++ now.
Nice. Yeah, I know C sharp, so I don't know what the Unreal uses, so I have to look into that.
C++. It's
Yeah,
true.
so it's a neck there. I'll probably get your assistance every now and then, but I won't ask for it on my daily. I only work on a project once every few days, so
Mhm.
it would be helpful to have someone help me, but it's just one of those things. Like it's like it is what it is. If it doesn't get released in 2 months, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Now, making a Discord is another issue with me. I don't care if anyone makes a community Discord for the game when it does come out, but I'm personally not going to make
Okay. Interesting.
one. Because, as it said, if I tell people what
Hold
the
on.
updates are about when an update releases,
Yeah.
yes?
Yeah. Yes. I was waiting. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. It's time to actually get my meds. Yeah. So you got a pretty cool idea, bro.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. It's pretty neat.
So, one thing I have to
Um,
ask about yours, because we talked about mine so much, what is the story like? What's the plan? What are the plans you have with yours? Like, I know you get that idea, but like, do you have a dedicated story? What do you have planned out?
I have I don't have a story planned out. I have like the idea of doing RTS elements on basic Smash Brothers, right? So
gotcha.
Smash Brothers for a reason, basically. And I'm hoping that all the players create the reason. You see what I mean?
Make it a layer-driven story. I get you.
Well, kind of.
Yes and no.
Yes.
There's reasons
Yes.
to it, but there's also reasons that they couldn't make up their own story.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have started this game because I want to go smoke a cigarette. Or actually, I want to hit my vape. I went to the vape shop today.
I'm
And,
aware. I was in your stream half the time, so I know what
Oh,
you
you
went
were?
with. Yeah. I'm Schwartz.
Yeah, you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's Schwartz, guys. But yeah. So it feels great though.
Well, who knows? Maybe
I
I'll
gotta
get you to help
say.
me learn the Unreal Engine a little bit, so I don't know its layout. And maybe about tomorrow.
You should try the Unreal tutorials that I'm doing, and I think you could find that they could be incredibly useful for you.
I might look up more how to do GPS stuff with Unreal first, and then get to work
Yeah.
on that, and then we'll make like an 8-bit RPG based on the Unreal. But I don't know C++, so you said that's what it uses. Now I'll probably have you sit there with me, I don't know, somewhere around tomorrow or even next week, and we can just sit there and have a good old dev talk, because even then, that can make a good content, that can make a good stream, it doesn't matter.
It's yeah. I'd be totally down to help you out. At least get you installed. You know what I mean?
I have
Because,
I have it set up. I just don't know what I would do to get started and learn C++.
Hmm. Well,
There's also
it's up.
another thing I'll say is, are you going to do something currently, or are you still back? I know you said you gotta go vape.
I do need to vape. I'm currently in a match
Yeah, but
on
I won't stress you out any longer until you go and like, take your hits and stuff from your vape.
thank you. No, it's okay. Um, what the fuck? Oh,
Man, I understand
trample.
how it is. It can be stressful. I used to vape and I used to have all this stuff too, but it just took me a couple years to realize that maybe this isn't the best option.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna say like it's not for everybody. Sometimes it's not, but you do what you want to do. Everyone has their own methods, and I'm not gonna hate anyone about it.
No way. I didn't hit. How unfucking fortunate.
But yeah, tomorrow I plan to have a dev stream, and I will see about hitting you up around the time that I do it.
Okay. Sure.
One thing I must ask from another person to another. I have mood
Mhm.
swings. I'm not sure if how many people do have it, but as a dev, I can tell that's sometimes a bane of my existence.
Yeah. Mood swings?
Yeah. So one moment I
Yeah.
could be very eccentric about a project, and the next moment I can be like, oh, I don't know if I can do this.
Mm.
I imagine every dev has those kind of thoughts sometimes. So I was thinking, oh well,
Yeah.
it is what it
Well,
is.
I understand where that comes from as another person with mental illness. What do you what makes you uh worried about the mood swings? Why do you mention it?
Because mood swings can also impact your skill level of learning as a dev. From what I've learned
That
is sometimes when you're developing or you have a mood swing in the middle of trying to learn how you do something, it can make you very easily quit.
mhm. That makes sense.
But I'm gonna keep it all happy and jolly here for now because that's what we need. But that's just something I
Well,
was
let's
curious about.
I'm not I don't think I think we should yes, keep it holly and jolly. I agree.
So we'll move on from this subject. You can
But
put
I
it
do
in
think
but
we
that's
will be. We will be. What I'm saying though is, what advice do you have for people with
with mood swing.
mood swings?
Definitely, if you do have a mood swing and something does affect you, much like I do, I would say
Hmm.
just take a break. Don't even stop. Just take a break 15 minutes and see if your mood changes. And if your mood changes to something more appropriate, then get back to work. If it doesn't, then, maybe it's time to lay it down for the day and get back at it the next.
That's beautiful advice. Um, I because baby steps are real steps. You know what I mean? So
And
you're
everyone plans too
entirely
far ahead in the
right.
future, like I did. I worry about these features, but I'm like, the map has to be made first. That's number one goal.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for see. I'm glad we talked about it then, and thank you. If you want help later on Unreal, hit me up. I'll at least get you to a point where, well, I'll have to learn with you so we could follow along. You could follow on stream. Um, I know what you should do. You should you should pick out a platformer um, Unreal tutorial, and we can I'll do that on stream with you, if you want. That would be fun.
I don't mind streaming as well. The thing is that I do
Yeah,
want to learn from my own screen as well because unless I don't
of
do it
course.
myself, I'm not gonna learn.
I mean, amen. But what I'm saying is, if it helps you to have someone else learn it with you at the same time,
It
Just hit
does,
me
but
up.
it's also another point where I don't want to be working on two different projects. So like let's say like if I'm working on my project at one point, right, and I start my own,
True.
I don't mind going to
True.
your project and working on your project as well because that's just extra knowledge.
Yeah, I get it. But anyway, good podcast. Thank you for ending it on a good note. And I edited out. I'll edit out the thing that I didn't want you to say. So
Let's leave this bit in, so you know.
obviously, yes,
It
of
was like we
course.
could leave them confused. Like, what did you say?
I know, and then it's fun. It's funny because like I'm just gonna end the podcast and then go right back to streaming and be like, "Oh hey, there you are." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But good insight because it makes me think about how little
How I
I've really
learned
put
like this
into.
insight that I told you is I used to make Minecraft servers, and doubt is something
Hey,
that will always plague you when you're doing a Minecraft server host.
doubt?
Doubt, spoon swings, whatever.
Hmm. Sorry.
Because
Sorry.
when
Kiss for
I
him.
get they're gonna be like a dev, like you want to make your own project, but my projects are also like, what do the people know? How are the people going to enjoy it as well as myself?
Yeah, and that's actually really important to consider. But anyway, let's go ahead and end this podcast.
Yep.
So here we